We begin this newscast with the latest coming in from Washington D.C. as one person has been killed and 5 others wounded in a shooting on the streets of Washington D.C. not far from the White House. Local media has also reported that there had been a massive police response at the 1300 block of Columbia Road, which just happens to be 3 kilometers from the White House. What you can see are latest visuals that we are bringing to you from Washington D.C., where, as you can see, those in a critical condition have been carried over to the nearby hospitals. The area has already been cordoned off with a heavy deployment of police and the ambulances have already arrived at the area. The situation is still fluid and it is not clear whether a suspect has been taken into custody, but law enforcement officials have told Reuters it is not being considered an active shooter situation. It's important to understand that this is not being considered as an active shooter situation. At the same time, this shooting incident is a very critical one, because let's not forget it's taken place just a few kilometers away from the White House. Now, Pakistan may want to mainstream hate speech after normalizing terror in the past. That's what India's top envoy to the United Nations, Syed Akbaruddin, has said at a press conference on Thursday. This was Akbaruddin's response after being asked about India's plan of action if Pakistan were to raise the Kashmir issue at the next week's UN General Assembly session in New York. Let's listen into what he had to say.
It is for every country to determine its trajectory of how it wants to approach global platforms. There may be some who stoop low. Our response to them is we soar high. They may stoop low, we soar high. And what I've told you are examples of how we will soar higher. What they want to do is they call, we've seen them mainstream terrorism in the past, and what you're now telling me is they may want to mainstream hate speech. It's their call. If they want to do that, poison pens don't work for too long.
We have suffered enough, said Akbaruddin on being asked whether there would be a multilateral meeting on the issue of terrorism. Akbaruddin also said that Prime Minister Modi himself would be making that pitch. The issue of terrorism shall always be a theme in India's external orientation. That is what Akbaruddin said. And on whether Prime Minister Modi and US President Donald Trump will meet on the sidelines of the UN General Assembly, Akbaruddin said that he's certain it will happen between September 23rd and 25th.